What's going on in St. Johns County?
I don't know. You invited us to come on the show, I think, like a week before that, and we were so sure it was going to be a finals show, but it is what it is. We lost to a great team, though. Great team. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes you show up in the playoffs and things happen. We had a lead at halftime. We were pretty confident, but at this point made some good adjustments, and we lost. But keep moving along.
Well, before we get to the big game, which is this Thursday, let's talk about your season. Guys, if we could just talk about, since we got two defensive coaches here, talk to us about the defense. How did the defense play all year?
Actually, the defense stepped it up a lot this year. We lost a lot of kids from our team last year in middle school football. Most of the time, between you have 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, but a lot of your opponent of the team will be 8th graders. But we had some kids that just stepped up that didn't even start last year, and didn't get a lot of playing time, and they stepped up and played big. So our whole defensive philosophy has always been have speed and no fear. That's the only two prerequisites that we ask for on our defense. And Coach Blocker has been outstanding. I'm the defensive coordinator, but this guy here, we kind of run our whole thing around the linebacker. So as far as his linebackers, they did really great.
Coach Blocker, go ahead, your comments. What's going on in St. Johns County?
I don't know.
We hadn't really had a whole lot of
on the show, I think, like a week before that.
We were playing with injury early.
But now
some of our key guys.
It is what it is. We lost to a great team, though. Great team.
Tore his ACL in third, fourth game.
Second game.
And that's kind of that was my background.
We had a lead at halftime.
Losing him was real hard. But we had a 7th grader come in and step up. And he did a fantastic job.
Well, before we get to the big game, which is this Thursday, let's talk about your season.
Grand scheme of things.
Guys, if we can just
I'm
talk
happy
about,
with things.
did the defense exceed your expectations here?
Yeah, we're
Talk
doing
to us
well.
about the defense. How did the defense play all
Coming
year?
together. We're looking at the guys coming back.
Well, hopefully y'all can fine-tune some things and you'll be ready back in the playoffs next year. And
I will say this, it's still, losing to Point again in the playoffs, it hurts just like the first time that we lost to Don. And I will say this, as far as the Swiss Point team, I was a great coaching staff at Swiss Point. Great team. I was just talking to my coach, my head coach. The first year we came here and we played Swiss Point, the first game we ever played against Swiss Point, they were probably one of the nastiest, grimiest, hard-hittingest teams I've ever played against. And I just remember going home that night thinking, that's football. And I like the way this guy coaches. I actually thought I was going to hate him. And I wanted to hate him. But when I met him, I really liked the guy. Don, great guy, great guy. And we built a friendship. But when it comes game time, we're ready to kill him, no doubt.
Coach, let's give some offense some love. Talk about what kind of offense you run and talk about how they played this year.
Our offense was the best. This is my 3rd year at Campbell Rogers, and this was the best offense we had. We scored more points than any of the other previous teams. Had more rushing yards, had more passing yards. We built our offense on 2 young men that I've had for a long time, and they did a very good job. We threw the ball very well. We ran the ball very well, and we ran an up-tempo offense this year. A lot of no huddle. Our offensive principles are very similar to, I like to follow Rick Darlington and Apopka and run a lot of variations of single wing stuff. I know it's old school football, but just variations of it. It's a spread offense like Apopka's done in recent years. So we did a lot of that. We had a good group of kids, and most of them are going to be gone now, but offensively this was our best year in 3 years.
Now you're a feeder program from Menendez, right?
Yes, sir.
That's the only school you guys feed?
That's the only school, yes, sir.
Okay, so future Falcons.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So as the playoffs work, the top 6 make the playoffs, correct?
Yeah, in recent years, my first year, and I know in previous years at JMSA when they started back in 2010, it was actually the top 4. We started growing as a 8th grade school started to be built. So they started doing the top 6. I think they're going to go back to 4 next year. I know this year we thought about going back to 4, but they kept it at 6. Or 3 would play 6, 2 or 4 would play 5, and then the winners would play the
So it was designed to set up 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3, which is what it worked out to be. And unfortunately, 4 beat 1. And which was a shock because Fruit Cove was undefeated.
Yes.
And that would be Landrum. Landrum upset Fruit Cove. What was the score of that game?
36-24.
Okay, good game. And then so the 2-3 game was you guys versus Switzerland Point. What was the final name?
38-14.
38-14. Wow.
Oh,
okay.
man.
It got a little bad, yeah.
All right, so let's get to the big game. The championship game is this Thursday, 7 o'clock, Plantation Park off of Racetrack Road. Number 3 versus number 4. You guys have seen both teams. Break it down for us, and I want prediction for all 3 of y'all.
We'll start with Coach Blocker.
Go ahead, Coach Blocker.
Score more points than any of the other previous teams.
Across the board, I'll tell you right now. Swiss Point's got a great defense, got a great offense. I don't think Landry's going to be able to hang on.
Okay.
I was just about to say a couple seconds ago, it's exactly the same scenario as last year. The playoffs was last year. The top 2 seeds ended up getting eliminated in the first week of in the playoffs. And, basically, and I just can't see Don losing that game again. I can't see Don losing that championship again. So I'm gonna go with Swiss Point just on the speed. And number 3 for Swiss Point. Kid's a hell of an athlete, no doubt. But yeah, definitely, I'm gonna go with Swiss Point.
All right.
I've got good respect for both teams, but after playing both teams and playing Swiss twice this year and seeing what they do offensively, what they do defensively, Swiss Point, especially they do very well, and they did very well in the second half against us. They're going to make adjustments when they have to, and whatever they have to do, they'll do it. And I think they'll come up.
So quickly tell us what kind of offense they both run. All right. So
Swiss Point runs a spread option very similar to Bartram. They'll throw some speed option at you, some triple option at you, shovel pass reverses, a lot of misdirection, which I think will give any defense issues. Landrum was more spread, and they're very similar to Ponte Vedra. They'll have wide splits with the offensive line, and they're looking to get the ball vertical down the field with their quarterback. Todd Fordham's son, their starting quarterback. He's a good quarterback. You can't take anything away from him.
Quarterback for Landrum is outstanding.
He throws the ball well.
Quarterback for Landrum.
They like to use that vertical passing game to set up their running game. They'll run between the tackles, but they'll go deep.
Which was a shock because Fruit Cove was
But I think,
that would be Landrum.
we had a little bit of success the first game against Swiss Throne, but the second game they made some
Okay,
adjustments.
good game.
They went more to a 3-5, and then they sent some more guys, added some more pressure, which I think will give Landrum some issues, because Landrum has not seen a 35 defense this year.
38-14. Okay, so
Got a little bad, yeah.
Landrum is Ponte Vedra, right? And Switzerland Point beats Bartram. Okay. So basically, Ponte Vedra versus Bartram Trail, basically. Future.
Getting back to it, sometimes, but a lot of, and I was talking to Don about this, a lot of kids will go elsewhere with academies and things like that. So technically, yes, it is future, but there will be some kids that could go elsewhere. If you look at a lot of teams, kids that have played at different schools, they've gone elsewhere, they've gone to different high schools in the area. It just depends.
All right, well, guys, great season. 8-2 on the year. Congratulations. I know it didn't turn out the way you wanted, but hopefully we'll have you back here next year to talk about you guys playing in the championship game.
Exactly.
Hope so.
And we'll talk about hopefully the Stingrays winning the championship.
Exactly.
All right, well, thanks a lot for being here.
Appreciate it.
We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Alright, I'll see you up there on 3.
Yeah, we'll be there Thursday.
Where you coming from?
I think I might be going to Shock.
Okay. I don't think I'll be there, but I know. I was like, and I had already I had already set it up to where we were going to have Taco. I texted him late Thursday night. And Gabriel Rogers. Yeah. And Coach was like, well, first we have to win first. Where you see it. I see it.
So basically, Harvard versus Alright, guys, great season. 8-2 of the year. Like, didn't turn out the way you wanted. Hopefully, we'll have you back here next year to talk about you guys playing on the championship. Hope so. And we'll talk about hopefully the fundraising winning playoffs.
Exactly.
Alright, thanks a lot for being here. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Just 1, 2, 3. 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 Just 1, 2, 3.
Hey, cool.
I had already set it up for that. We were going to have Taco. I texted him late Thursday night. Gabriel Rogers. Yeah. And Coach was like, well, first we have to win
Great, come here. Tell me online. You know. Tell me online. That will be I put some playbills, I mean, emoji towels, I know
Coach Williams have to sit right here with his man sitting. Right here. Junior second. All right, Coach, go ahead, grab the mic and let's do a mic check.
Mic check, mic check.
Make sure that you hold it like this, facing your mouth, and project your voice so everybody in the back.
Oh, okay.
How you doing?
I don't talk. You're going to be doing this talk. Remember, speak from your heart. Luzak, yes, sir.
Don Luzak?
Don Luzak, yes. Thank you. Everything in the bill. All this in the bill.
We'll talk about the season, Coach. I will ask you about your coaching background, what
Okay.
made you get into coaching. I'll ask you the same thing I asked you about Aaron.
Okay.
And we're going to go back to when you first started playing. So, just tell me when you first started playing, go back to playing. What do you like playing for, Swiss Point? Coach, I'll ask you about the championship game.
Okay.
What do you expect,
Okay.
Yeah. Like, when did you first start playing? Where did you play at? Where started playing? Okay. So we want you to listen to that. Mention, play. We talk about what you like about running the ball. Did you think moving from youth football to middle school? Were you nervous? Did you think that you could do the same stuff? Excuse me, middle school football. Just remember to hold the mic like this and project the voice.
Testing 1, 2. 1, 2. Ready to roll.
Don't worry about this. Now let it live, but don't worry.
And we're back with the Duval Sports Show here at Gators Dockside. Gators Dockside, Bay Meadows has the best wings. Try the Chipotle barbecue. That's my favorite, Chipotle barbecue. It's a little hot, but it's real smooth. And let me tell you, we got somebody that's real hot and real smooth right here with us right now. We got Aaron Jones Jr. right here. AJ, my man from Swiss Point. Y'all give it up. Welcome head coach here, head coach Don Luzak. Coach, great to have you here on the Duval Sports Show. Man, we've got the St. Johns County Middle School takeover today. It's long overdue to have St. John's here. Coach, welcome to the show. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. Yeah, it's great. That St. John's County Middle School Athletic Association is getting some recognition. We've got tremendous athletes on all the teams. There's a lot of talent down there, and just getting them the right coaching and getting them in the right place to go, and keeping them in the right direction, and mentoring them and motivating and inspiring them and keep them moving along. It's a lot of fun, and I enjoy it thoroughly. I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't. And the kids that we get are great, and the teams that we play for the most part are great. Gamble Rogers, I've probably the most respect for that team out of all of them, because I tell you right now, they're the smallest school in the county, but they produce probably the most fierce competitors that we've played against in the league.
Now, Coach, you mentioned Gamble Rogers. Just talk about the entire season as a whole. Of course, you defeated them in the playoffs recently, but talk about your entire season, your record, and what have you seen from your team?
I'm going to tell you right now, our team, we've got Aaron, who's extremely talented, but AJ is a player that, not only talent-wise, that doesn't come around very often, he is an extremely hard worker. He asks no quarter, gives no quarter. He comes out every day and does what he's asked to do. Most of the time you get these younger athletes, people are in their head telling them they're great. Not this young man. He just comes out and he puts it in. Every now and then you got to let him know to get going. We're playing gamble the other night. He's sitting on the ground, and I looked down at him. I said, "You can sleep tomorrow. Let's go." And unfortunately for Coach Potak and Coach Ron, 2 plays later, it was a 98-yard interception for a touchdown. And then imagine the young man was sitting in a hospital bed Wednesday afternoon recovering from a flu. That's the kind of worker he is, and it's infectious because we don't have the most talented team, but I'll tell you what, hard work will overcome talent any day, and it is proven with this football team that I have. They're 8th graders right now. Not all of them are to their athletic ability, but with hard work and determination, well, that's what I tell them. There's 3 things I can't coach you: heart, desire, and determination. Those 3 tools you have to bring. The rest of them I'll give to you. And they've brought it, and it's obvious. We lost 2 games during the regular season, same as last year. I had to play gambling. We played the first game, first round of the playoffs against Sebastian. We took care of business there, and again we had to play Gamble Rogers, same as last year. And this year the victory was a little more decisive than last. I think my kids just wanted it more. I mean, we get these kids for 6 months. You know, we don't get to coach them for 3-4 years at a time. We get them 6 months, and we got to motivate them and get them coached up in 6 months to play. You know, that's a total 6 months from the spring game till November. You get the kids a total of 6 months, and to see how they grow, not just as athletes. My thing is hard work. You can get anywhere with hard work. I mean, anywhere in life. If you put your nose to the grindstone, you're going to go far. Yeah, you're going to get kicked back every now and then, but you got to keep working. And if you keep working and keep working, good things will happen. So, and that's what they've done. I mean, there's probably 4 teams in the league. Honestly, there's 4 teams: Gamble, ourselves, Fruit Cove, and Landry. The drop off after that is pretty significant. But every year, I mean, Murray's usually top dog. But I've been at Swiss for 4 years, and I'm proud to say we've made the playoffs all 4 years. And this is my 2nd championship game in 4 years. So I feel like I've done a pretty good job, but I've surrounded myself with really good people. And fortunately, I get to be blessed with young men like AJ. So I am truly blessed. It is an honor for me to coach him. It truly is. And it is an honor for me to coach all the kids, because they come out and they listen to me and they just put the work in. That's the thing I'm most proud of, watching them work and just becoming men. I told them again this season, the high school I went to had a slogan: "You come here as a boy. If you care to work hard, you'll leave as a man."
Wow, that's paramount, Coach. It seems like that your experience from the playoffs, coupled with the talent on your team, enabled you to upset one of the favorites in that league, Gamble Rogers. And one of your most talented players is right here, like we said.
Yes.
AJ, now let me ask you. I want to ask you, okay? I got a message from your dad. You know, your world famous dad takes the best pictures in the world. We've used it on DuvalSports.com. Go to Duval Sports. The Reigns and Reebok head pictures are taken by none other than Aaron Jones Sr. But we talk about you, not Dad. Is it true that you scored 32? Hold on, hey! I need y'all to hear this in the back. Is it true that you scored 32 touchdowns this year?
Yes, sir, it is.
Your coach is shaking. See, when Coach shakes his head, that means it's true, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
32 touchdowns.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Okay, Dad, you off the hook on that one. There's one more though, Phil. One more he said, Phil. He said he rushed for over 2,000 yards. Let's see the coach shake his head. 2,000 yards, AJ?
Yes, sir.
Wow, y'all give it up, man. 32 touchdowns, 2,000 yards. Incredible. AJ, just talk to us about this year. What are you feeling when you're running that ball? What's going through your mind?
I don't know. I just black out sometimes and think about scoring every time I touch the ball.
You know, Michael Jordan, coach, used to say that was the zone. where everything else is blacks out, and it's just you and the end zone, right? So you want to be, everyone want to be like Mike, but everybody wants to be like AJ right now. So, man, it sounds like Coach leans on you to carry the load, carry the rock. I mean, no one scores 32 touchdowns in middle school football, 2,000 yards without being the bell cow. Just talk about how does that feel to know that the ball is going in your hands and that the responsibility for scoring rests with your legs.
It feels good because I'm doing it for my team and for me, but my goal was to make it to the championship. And in games, I think about that in my head. That's all I think about.
Championships. Yeah. I'm glad you mentioned that. So last year you were in a championship, right?
Yes, sir.
So, of course, we're the only website that covers youth, sports, and middle school. So we're going to cover your championship this year in St. John's Middle School. But we also were at the St. John's River Youth Football Conference when you played with the Clay Bears, and you were in the championship game there as well. Talk about your journey in youth football. Where did you first play, and what age were you?
I was 6, and I played at North Jacks. I was on the north side of Duval. And
so you kind of went around. So you started at North Jacks, which we know North Jacks very, very well. That's Pop Warner. And then did you go to Clay?
Yes, I went to Clay Bears.
Okay.
I played 12 youth for 2 years.
Okay.
I thought about playing 14, but I had to move middle school.
Okay. Now, Coach, let me bring you in here. Now, in youth football, he had to be the best-looking running back I've seen. Not just running, I'm talking about, like, dress. Man, he had a visor. Am I right, AJ?
Yes, sir.
Look, man, he sitting back there like, why he got to go there? Man, he had the visor, the reflective visor. Man, he had the spats. Man, I've never seen a 6th or 7th grader have muscles popping out his neck. So, Coach, does he have a visor and to all that stuff with you? Does he look like Adrian Peterson out there running?
He's got the swag, but he can wear it because he can back it up.
Oh, man, I like that, man.
No, but he doesn't get to wear the visor much, and refs that make him take it off. But, I mean, tell players it's not how you look, it's how you play, but AJ does both. He really does. When his dad first sent me to film of him back February, yeah, my son wants to come play at Swiss. Okay. Most of the time I get these dads quoting all these stats about their kid, and I get their kid, and he's can't put left foot in front of the right.
Right.
And I see the film, and I'm like, whoa. So I called my offense coordinator. I said, all right, hey, Bill, you got to check out this film. This kid wants to come play at Swiss. And he's like, when's he getting here? I said, all right, let me talk to his dad. And his dad said, well, you know, he had a chance to play on a Florida all-star team or come to middle school, and his dad decided to bring him to middle school, and I'm honored because I think AJ has he's got a lot of great things ahead of him. Just the way the kid works. I mean, if you just watch AJ work, it's. I mean, people always said Tebow was the hardest working guy, but I mean, when you got all this talent and you work that hard, you're going to go. Yeah. And he has the work ethic, and I mean, he should be sitting here boasting about how hard he works, but I know he's 14 years old. And I just told him, speak from the heart, you know, just tell him what you feel.
Yeah. AJ, tell us, going from the youth football to middle school, did you have any doubts? Were you nervous before you went to middle school football?
Yes, I was nervous because I thought middle school was like would be another competition, like hard, real hard. And when I got there, I realized that it wasn't even that hard. It was like the same as park ball. Like I thought it was good. Well, it wasn't as hard. It wasn't as competitive as park, but it's
So you would say that the competition was kind of on the same level as a park ball.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I'm glad that you mentioned that because there are a lot of youth athletes that are in Pop Warner because, of course, Coach, that's weight restricted. So a lot of parents think that, oh, if we move to middle school that they may get hurt or that it's much harder or that if they go to the Unlimited Weight League that it might be harder. But that's good that you are inspiring someone that might be watching now, someone that tunes into DuvalSports.com to let them know at North Jacks or at Clay or wherever that they can do it too, right? That's great stuff. Great stuff. So, Coach, we're going to end with you. What can we expect from that championship game? Thursday? Is it Thursday?
Thursday night at 7 o'clock, Plantation Park.
Okay, Thursday night, Plantation Park. Coach, pull that mic forward. See, you can tell he's a yeller, right? He's a yeller because he comes in here, has that mic hit down here.
I don't want to bust any eardrums.
No, man, you're good, Coach. We're not outside. Go ahead. So, what can we expect for the championship game?
Like Coach Potak was saying, they'll spread it out and they like to throw. They have a favorite receiver, but he's in for we're going to run a lot of man-to-man, and as you can imagine, number 3 here will be locked up on their number 1 guy. And their quarterback hasn't experienced much pressure. And we play a 3-5 defense, and I run a defense, and let's just say my linebackers will be living in the backfield quite often. Because I like to blitz. I totally depend on my back end. We got a lot of good athletes back there, a lot of kids that can cover and run. We got a 7th grader that plays back there that is out of this world. He's a phenomenal athlete as well. A lot of good kids. Like I said, hard-working. I got a group of kids that if you ask them to run through a wall, they'll say, Coach, how fast and how big do you want the hole? And they'll go do it. And that's what I love about them. And it's from top to bottom. Even the kids that don't get to play as much, because like I tell the parents, middle school football it's competitive and it's performance to play. You don't perform, you don't play. And like you were talking about going from Pop Warner to middle school, you got a football mentality. I don't care if you're 4'1", 90 pounds. You can get out that field and play, because I've had them on my team. And if you have a football mentality, most of the time those 4'11" kids play like they're 6'2", 220. And that's the scariest part. But you know what? You love it because they're little. And it's all heart all the time. And some of the bigger kids you wish would just go out there and go nuts like they do. But we have a team full of them. We're not the biggest. We probably are the fastest. But hands down, we are the hardest working. I've never been to any other team's practices, but I know my team is the hardest working. These guys put it in every day, and that's why they are where they are Thursday night.
Coach Don, thank you again for coming. Y'all give it up for Swiss Point, Swiss football. Check them out Thursday night. Cheer them on for the St. John's Middle School football championship. If I did bet, Coach, my money's on y'all. All right.
Thank you.
Y'all give it up for our Duval Sports Middle School Player of the Week, Aaron Jones Jr. AJ. Good job, man. And we'll be back in 2 minutes, faster than a rocket. Right?
Oh, no problem.
Thank you.
No problem.
Next time.
You'll see. Hey, Phil, you and me can do,
You said you didn't go.
No, I kind of got to work camera.
oh, do you?
Yeah, because it's messing up again tonight, and nobody ain't gonna be able to work it but me.
Can't do our high school work?
Good job.
For some reason, I don't know what's wrong with the camera, but it's like the chip is not recording on the blue, so it keeps stopping. But when you stop, I have to catch it, then I have to do a different function to turn it back on. Like nobody else gonna be able to do it, bro. Like nobody else, like not gonna be able to do it. They not gonna be able to stop it, dude. Like I got so much going on, and like when I was, cause it's only recording like 5 minutes
Like five minute interviews.
yeah, like I can't stop it. So like a lot of times when y'all talking, I gotta like cut the camera off, turn it back on, like, and then I like wrap it up. You kept talking, and then you can cut it. I mean, it just like went off. So I got like cut it off, cut it back. There's so much going on, like nobody will be able to, try to do high school, but I know once you get to 5 minutes, it's gonna cut off, and then it's not even re-recording, like, you know how you get recording again, but it's like I gotta turn it off, turn it back on. I mean, if somebody able to do that, then yeah, but.
Yeah, well, let's see if you can, because I really want to go to high school. We're going to talk about Raspberry.
Alright, but like I said, it's only recording up to like 4:30, maybe 5. Even like the segment.
Well, I mean, we'll get right into it.
Alright, well, I was gonna say like the dinner segment, like we might have to do that over. With you and Corey?
Oh, yeah.
Because I ain't even, I got like the first like 2 minutes of it, and then it kept, you know what I'm saying? So that's the problem I'm dealing with now. Like, I kind of, because you asked me a question, and I turned it off and turned it back on, so I kind of like finessed it a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's clear, but like that second question, it won't, like, you asked me the second question, but I didn't get it though. I just got basically when he came back home with his house. Yeah. But that's what I'm dealing with over here. Like, it's something wrong. It gotta be something wrong with the chip, because it's only going to 5-minute intervals. This every chip though. The chip they Aaron gave me. I just left it in the camera. I should have just like got my chip, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I should have got my chip, but
Now let's get y'all face this way. Oh yeah. That's where you get it from? Look, I know you don't know who I am, but you play me. Yep.
yeah, that's a lot.
And coach was like, yeah. I don't think nobody in Duval County rushed it. Because there's a lot of two-back systems. Yeah, you got ready to have
Like, as soon as that 5-minute mark hit, it's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna cut it right off. That's why between the first segment, I was trying to beat some stuff, and then
How you doing, sir? Good.
Oh, glad.
I'm David's uncle.
Uncle, yeah, that's right.
He ain't got nothing on me.
Man, thank you. Come on up. Let's get everybody up. Coach, who you want talking for you? All right.
One of them. All right. Who wants to talk?
What? Just
One. Okay. I'd say, or Reggie. Why don't we? Can we sneak two in? Reggie, come on. Now y'all come get behind.
Well, Coach, let's get you right here.
Okay.
All right, let's get that chair that I just moved out. All right, y'all come on in tight. Come on in right here. Get in the.
Take your jacket off, Dad said. Take your jacket off, boy.
All right, let's get some mic checks on here. All right, go ahead, hold that. All right, now when you're talking, all right, watch me. All right, when you're talking, you gotta hold it just like this, okay? You gotta make sure your mouth is right here, just like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See? Let's try it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3.
No, louder.
1, 2, 3.
No, louder.
Y'all talk like you're on the football field, man.
Oh, man, talk like coach is getting on you.
That's right.
Like you're on the football field.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There you go. Coach, y'all share that microphone.
Okay.
So go ahead, give it to coach first. All right.
Well, they don't talk forever, man. You don't talk forever.
Yeah, we'll go with it.
Then from
Like, okay, you're trying to go home.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, that's cool. So, man, we'll just chop up everything.
One more place.
Yeah, football and basketball. All right. Coach, do you want me to ask them to introduce themselves?
You know,
Seminole shirt gotta go.
Oh no, the Seminole shirt is great, especially Jackson.
You gotta get you right.
All right, fellas. So after I started up, I'm gonna ask you to introduce yourselves. Okay. So I'm gonna have the microphone back here and do it like this. Okay. And then you all go. All right. Got it? Cool.
So make sure that you talk.
Test.
Okay.
Do
Right, here we go.
Do I need to be in the view?
Let's see if we can get you. Yeah. Let's see if we can get you now.
There we go.
There we go. Perfect.
we need to shoot that out there.
There we go. Perfect. And we'll just scoot in tight. Here we go.
Bro, you can even see no. You can go, you can get to
And actually, somebody can get behind coach over there. Y'all can slide
Yeah,
down.
there you go.
Slide
Slide
down.
out.
Slide down. Yeah.
Nobody cares.
Right.
Ready? 1, 2.
And we're back with the Duval Sports Show here at Gators Dockside. We're here with a very, very special guest. We're here with the University Christian Soldiers, the Pop Warner team. We're going to go around and introduce everybody. So if you would, tell us who you are. Who we got first?
My name is Noah Clark. Right tackle on the offensive line, and I'm number 44.
Peyton Finley, safety and fullback.
Jackson Calgill, defensive end and tight end. Darius Brady, number 7, running back and corner.
Okay.
Desario Rouse, quarterback, middle linebacker, number 5.
Reggie Jackson, running back and linebacker.
All right, and we got the head coach, Coach Thad Penland here. Coach, let's get right into it. City championships. Talk about the winning the city championship in your very first year.
Okay. Yeah, it was a huge victory for us, being our first inaugural year at UCAA. You know, we had battled this West Duval team earlier in the year. It was a tough fight. We had kids step up, play defense, run the ball hard, and we were able to beat them 13-6 early in the year. So we knew it was going to be a fight, and we kind of knew it was going to come down to West Duval or Normandy. And, you know, we all went to the playoff game and scouted it, filmed it, got these guys prepared, got our defense ready, and our defense answered the bell. You know, we scored early in the game and couldn't convert the extra point. Came back, kicked the ball off to them. We had to stop them. Offense kind of stalled a little bit in the first half. Defense just came up big. I mean, we had this young fella right here, Reggie, linebacker, made a couple of unbelievable plays at the end of the game. He made a pickoff, and we actually gave him the ball back again, and he made what would have been a second pickoff, but it was a backwards lateral, and he ended up with a fumble recovery. This gentleman right here in the middle, Desario, he played a tough middle linebacker all day long and stopped them. I mean, they were on the 4-yard line one time, and we had to stop them for 3 or 4 plays to preserve the win. You know, and it was huge. You know, the offense came in, completed a slant pass, got us out of the hole, and that's what made the difference. But it was a team effort, man, all day long. You know, it was one of those games where really nothing went right. You know, from that first drive or second drive when we scored the touchdown, from then on, it looked like the luck wasn't on our side. You know, we had a couple of fumbles. We had a drop pass in the end zone, or almost in the end zone, right before half that kind of broke our back a little bit, you know, and that would have put us up 12-0, would have given us a little breathing room. But, you know, unfortunately, we didn't get that converted and went into the half 6-0. But, hey, these guys are fighters. Noah's one of our best offensive linemen. He blocks like you wouldn't believe, blocks till the whistle blows. Peyton plays a good safety and a blocking fullback. This guy right here is a tight end. He loves the tight end, the bubble screen. He reaches up, gets 10, 12 yards every chance he gets. He also plays DN. And you're talking about contain. This guy can contain now, I'm telling you. When they get out there and start running around. Now this little guy right here, he's my star. He's a cornerback, comes up and makes big plays, big hits. Keeps him from going around the corner. He also comes in and plays a utility back. Any special play we've got for Darius. We've got a little in reverse we run with him. We got this little hitch pass. This little hitch pass that the coaches don't like a whole lot. It's kind of
the coach is laughing back there.
it's kind of been a little dangerous. You know, we had a backwards lateral in the first team recovered when we played West Duval the first time, and it just really hadn't been a popular play. They're reading it, you know, but it's not Darius's fault. He gets out there and fights, and he also runs the tailback for us and blocks very well, and he also runs the ball very well. So you don't want to give this guy any space, that's for sure, because he'll get it done.
Coach, let's talk to Reggie. Reggie, what do you like about playing football, and in particular, what do you like about playing at UC?
We got a nice field.
It is nice. It is nice field, ain't it?
But one time the turf got in my eye.
Oh, really? Yeah. UC definitely does have one of the. What do you like about playing linebacker? And Coach said that you made a really big play in the championship game. So, what do you like about playing that position? Do you like to hit? Do you like the fact that you can make plays?
Yeah, because like I can make plays at that position like some people can't at that position.
Okay. Do you remember when you first started playing youth football?
Yes.
When?
And Tiny Mite at Arlington.
Arlington. Okay, Dynamite. Okay,
Yeah.
5, 6 years
5
old.
years old.
All right, good. All right, let's talk to the big man right here, man. You see these guns? Oh my goodness. Man, your guns bigger than Corey's. Man, so you are a linebacker too, but you also are the quarterback. So talk about how does it feel to be the leader of the team?
I mean, it feels good. Take control. No goofing around. It's a lot of things.
Okay.
It feels good.
Now, what do you like about playing defense?
You get to hit people.
Okay.
It feels good when you hit them.
What about that A gap? They put you down in the A gap.
I like blitzing and hitting the quarterback.
Okay. All right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know Coach Calgill probably liked the blitzer, man. He was a blitzer when I coached with him. Sitting everybody, man. He sitting everybody.
He loved it.
Talk about offense. Do they put the ball in your hands, or do you distribute it to your playmakers? I mean, how do you like to play on offense?
I'd rather give it to my playmakers. I think they have most likely a better chance because more blockers. And that's all.
Where did you start playing first?
PAL enforcers.
Okay, PAL. All right, and that was what age?
Tiny Mite.
Tiny Mite. Okay, all right, Coach. You have a lot of
5
players
years old.
who have a lot of youth football experience, and so we're gonna end back with you. You had a big playoff win,
Right.
in South Georgia, so now you're heading to the next round. I think you get a
Yes,
bye,
sir.
right?
Yeah, we got a bye this weekend, and we play in the next round, which is November the 19th. We play the winner of this week's Division II game between St. Augustine and it's a team from mid-Florida, the Orlando War Eagles. Orlando War Eagles. So it's going to be I think it's going to be a good game this weekend. You know, we're going to go out and scout it, maybe get a little film, and try to get back and get prepared to win that game.
Coach, did you think when you first started seeing these group of talented young men that you would have a chance to play possibly for the national championship?
Oh yeah, yes sir, I sure did. I know, of course, a lot of these kids have been with me for a long time. I knew we had a good core group of kids, and we had three other kids, Reggie, Jackson, and Darius, come over from another park that didn't have a Pee Wee team. And once I saw these 3 kids, I knew we had a good chance of it. And then we were fortunate enough, because of their contacts and so forth, we actually picked up 3 more kids. So, adding those 6 kids to the 18 that we had, it really brought our chances around. That I really thought that we had the team that could go all the way. I mean, we went all the way the last year in Division III, and there's a little bit of difference between Division III and Division II. So I knew we had to upgrade our team a little bit, and it just worked out perfect for us. They came over and they meshed right in with our kids, the coaches. They brought in some very experienced coaches that have been able to help us all along. Year long, made my job easy. That's the thing is, I like to surround myself with, and you can ask any of these coaches, I like to surround myself with good players and good coaches, because it makes my job real easy. Like the old saying goes, it's not about the X's and O's, it's about the Jimmies and Joes.
That's right.
But yeah, we think we've got a good a shot as anybody of pushing this thing to the Southeast Championship, and then going against the team from either Tampa or Miami, whoever makes it out of the South. But it's going to be tough. There's no question about it.
Well, Coach, we're so glad that you came on the show, brought your team of fine young men. I can vouch for this one right here, man. He was a star when I coached him, and everything you describe about him now is the same thing that he did when he was at Tiny Mighty Mighty Mighty. So What a great group of young men. We're so happy that you are representing Jacksonville, Northeast Florida, and good luck all the way.
Yes, sir. We appreciate the opportunity to come on here and tell our story and get a little airtime. Appreciate you guys covering youth sports, you know. I mean, there's not anybody in town that does it, I don't think, but you guys, and you guys do a great job of it. So we're going to take it all the way to Disney.
Take it all the way to Disney.
Duval Sports.
All right. Hey, y'all give it up for UC. Everybody, give it up for the soldiers.
Number one.
Taking it all the way to the Pop Water Championship. Good luck, fellas.
Thank you.
Hold on, stay right here. Coach, y'all, come on, get in. Let's get a picture. Group picture.
Couldn't do it without these guys right here, I tell you.
All right, we'll get y'all.
My bad.
All right, let's get y'all first. So you can sit down. And then,
Kobe's going in the cage, that's right.
As soon as we get a cage. As soon as we get a room.
Alright, here we go.
Gotta get Coach Reg in there. There he is.
Alright, you have to look straight forward. Alright.
Straight forward, guys.
2, 3. And we're back with the Duval Sports Show. We're here to talk about our favorite topic, high school football. Corey, we already talked about the season being over, but we had to bring our main man, the swaggerlicious guy right here, Q, on deck with us.
like mine.
What's up, Q? How you doing, man?
What's going on, Dre? How's it going?
You look mighty good tonight, man.
And I appreciate that. You know, try to do what I can do.
Q got a hot date tonight, that's why.
Man, don't say that too loud, man. Look, man, let's get right into some high school.
With his wife.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. Actually, man, he did go to that high school. It was real nice. So, talked about the season being over, but we had to bring our main man, swaggerlicious guy.
Y'all gotta spread out just a little bit and let him get like this good because he like slightly turned.
Yeah. How you doing, man?
What's going on, Dre? How's it going?
You look mighty good tonight, man.
I appreciate that.
Just slightly turned.
Q got a hot date
Then 12 more
tonight,
inches.
that's
Give a couple more inches.
Man, don't say that too loud, man. Look,
I'm straight now.
Man, let's get right into some high school.
Like you said,
Right. Actually, man, he did go to that high school. It was real nice. So, we had to bring our main man.
Go ahead, man.
y'all gotta spread out just a little bit.
Man started.
You can't come in. Okay. How you doing, man?
Thank you.
We had to pause for a second. This is a tape show.
I'm straight now.
Let's get right into some high school.
Which way y'all wanna see?
We did it.
Let's talk about a swag.
When I say go, y'all just pick like wherever y'all wanna go.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Y'all gotta spread out.
Yeah, Q, man, looking real good today, man. With your brim, man, looking good. Got your blazer, man.
You got a hot date tonight, that's what it is.
Nah, fellas, nah.
With his wife, of course.
Of course, right?
I don't do any hot days. My date days are over. I'm retired
Dates
from
your
the
wife
game.
now.
I'm retired from the game.
I know, man. All right, too. So, man, let's get to some young guys who still got life ahead of them, right? Let's get to the high school people. High school football, the regular season ended. Man, it was a wild weekend. Talk about the game that you covered. You were at Lee.
Yeah, I wanted to cover the Lee versus Baldwin game. On paper, it looked like it was going to be a good game. You know, when I looked at the stats, I looked at Max Prep, looked at it. But I'm going to tell you, the Lee Generals just was too much for them. They handled Baldwin from beginning to end.
Man, let's get to some
Just
young
too much.
guys who still got life ahead of them, right?
Did whatever they wanted to do, run the ball. Their defense was stifling. They stopped Baldwin. Was unable to do anything at all with the ball.
Wow. So Lee district winners, they're headed to the playoffs. Corey, there were some Other games, nothing really that was playoff implications really.
Nope, all that was already
This
settled.
was already settled. We already talked about Fletcher and Brandon Fletcher got that win. Sandalwood had a big win. At home, so they won.
Who did they play at the game? Oh, Ed White.
Ed White, man, come on, man. Ed White, big time program over there. Coach Sully tried to turn the program around. Bishop Kenny is going to the playoffs. So is Pontevedra, Bartram. Lots of teams going to the
22 area teams.
So, Court, take us around some of the playoff previews. What are we going to see?
In 1A, we got Fort White playing Hamilton County. Should be a decent matchup. Baldwin, like we just talked about. Baldwin makes the playoffs first time in 5 years. Unfortunately, gets shipped out to Madison County, who just beat Baker County and ended their undefeated season. So that's the 1A. In 2A, we got UC going up against FAMU. That'll be a running clock. Cedar Creek goes to North Florida Christian. That'll be a running clock. In 3A, we got Trinity against Taylor County. I think potentially that could be a great matchup. Taylor County's a pretty good team. Episcopal is going to Florida High. Hamilton County. Not sold on Episcopal yet, but that could be a good game. In 4A, we've got... Unfortunately, gets shipped out here. Reigns is playing on Thursday at Walton. Walton's only 3-6, so Reigns should handle business there. Bowles is playing East Gadsden. East Gadsden's like 4-3. So we should have a Reigns Bowles rematch there. Bradford had a great season. Unfortunately, they're playing Denellen. Denellen's pretty good, so Bradford might get taken out in the first round. So 4A, we should have a Reigns Bowl rematch left in that classification. In 5A, we've got that's playing on the classification with all the areas. We got Baker and Bellevue. We got Clay and North Marion. We got Pontevedra, Yulee. We got Revolt, Bishop Kenny. So we're guaranteed several area teams at least making the third round.
So let's start right there. 5A Q is going to be covering a big game with Lee.
Right?
No, you're going to be covering Revolt.
Revolt and Bishop Kenny. Going to Revolt again. I definitely, I've covered both of these teams this year. I covered a Bishop Kenny game. I covered a couple Revolt games. Looking at it today, looking at some stats, I think Revolt handles business. Revolt will make it happen. They'll handle.
So we're guaranteed several area teams at least making the third round.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, just talk.
I was going to start over with Corey in the 5A.
You're going to be covering Corey in the 5A team? On the 5A team?
Yeah. So like that's the district that has the most.
So you need to bring him in, or you
Come in and talk about the 5A.
I can talk about it.
Come in with that's the district 5A.
Looking at it today, looking at some stats, I think Revolt handles business.
In 5A, we have a bunch of area teams playing. We've got Baker County playing Bellevue. We've got Clay going to North Marion. We've got Bishop Kenny going to Revolt. We've got Yulee going to Pontevedra. So a lot of area teams. In fact, we're guaranteed to have at least one area team in 5A make the third round. So not which gets Elite 8. So it's good.
So, of course, Q, you're going to be covering one of those 5A teams, man. What we are going to expect with that Revolt and Bishop Kenny?
In 5A, we have
I've covered both teams this year, Bishop Kenny and Revolt. Both of them. It's going to be a good game. Definitely think Revolt pulls it out in the end. I don't think Bishop Kenny has the firepower to hang with Revolt. I think Revolt is a grinded out team. I think they'll get them in the run game. Their passing game I'm not very impressed with, but in the run game, Bishop Kenny has a great run game. I mean, a great pass game. They just got AJ Fudge back, Aaron Fudge back, one of their great receivers. He's a powerhouse out there, but he's really their only good receiver. In the end, Revolt pulls it out Friday night and moves on to the second round.
Wow, what do you say about that, Corey Revolt? You know, on your highlights, you didn't have him ranked on your top 10. So, I mean, what are you saying now?
No, I mean, and I still don't have them in my top 10.
Wow.
But I had an honorable mention though.
Trojans.
But-
I know y'all don't like that.
But hey, I'm the only one that picked Reebok.
Oh, here we go, Phil. Hey, here we go.
Let's talk about the Trojans, okay?
All right.
They're hot right now.
Yeah.
And the reason why they're hot, they found an identity on offense. Coach Smith after the game, he's like, we finally found what works. They've got like 3-4 good running backs, and they will grind it down, they will grind the clock, and make you, like they wore out Reed in the second half, and that's what they're able to probably do against Bishop Kenny. They will kill the clock and run it down their throats, and I think Reebok wins this game.
Isn't it about time we saw Reebok do that? Q, you covered them several times this year. Shouldn't they have done that in the beginning of the year? They did that last year. They had tremendous success. They come in trying to pass, find the combination at quarterback, turn the ball over, put their stellar defense in bad position. Should they have done that at the beginning of the season?
They absolutely should have done that at the beginning of the year. I think what happened with Reebok is that, you know, they had a new coach, first year head coach, although he had been with the team a lot. I think he came in trying to bring his identity to the team and they got away from what Reebok was used to doing. I think as Court stated, they got an identity. Watching them earlier this year, I told you earlier I wasn't sold on Reebok because they looked like they were sort of dysfunctional out there. And when it came to the Reebok and Yulee game, you know, you had picked Yulee, but I said Reebok, you know, they're barely pulling out.
You gotta rub that in.
No, I'm just saying that.
Both of y'all killing me.
I picked Reebok too, by the way.
Yeah, both of y'all killing me.
I haven't been sold on Reebok at all until lately because they're just now beginning to get it together. They're just now beginning to grind and click on all cylinders. And that's why I think I didn't go to the Reigns Reebok game, but I followed it on Twitter. I was so impressed by what I saw out there on Twitter with how they handled Reigns that, you know, I definitely see them going, and, you know, they may even make it to the third round of the playoffs.
Let's talk about the No Fret Classic. Corey.
Hold on, before we get to that. Andre may want to avoid Reebok in some of these basketballs.
Why is that? I had them ranked number 10.
You picked them against Reigns. You picked Reigns to win that game.
Everybody picked Reigns.
Everybody picked Reigns.
I picked Reebok.
You are the lone wolf that did not pick them. And I will go to my deathbed saying that he was just trying to be different.
You picked
He didn't really think Reebok was going to be
Reigns.
I don't know anybody that thought Reebok was going to be Reigns.
Nobody thought Reebok was going to be Reigns.
Reebok beat Reigns' best team last year. What makes me think that they wouldn't beat Reigns again?
That's last year.
Okay, but they were loaded last year. They went for state championship. And Reebok beat them. So Reigns lost all those players. Why would Reebok not beat them again?
That game went down to the last play. It was at Reebok, so they had a home field advantage. But no.
You heard it here first. I picked Reebok.
Tell us about the No Fret Classic. Thank you for letting us know. He is the only one that did it, and hey, we're happy that he can do more sports, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell us about the game.
Well, Reebok got the kickoff, drove 80 yards, scored, grinded out clock. I think by the time they finished their first drive, there was only like 4 minutes left in the first quarter. They kick off to Reigns. Reigns fumbles the kickoff. Reebok recovers the ball. 3 plays later, Reebok scores again. It's 14-0 before Reigns even touched the ball. And so Reigns doesn't start the first drive until like a minute and a half left in the first quarter. So they're down 14-0 with like 2 minutes left in the first quarter. And from that point on, y'all talk about HJ so good. He played like a deer in headlights.
Oh man, he's young. This is his first.
Oh, but he's a top 5 quarterback. And I'm not knocking HJ. I'm just saying Saturday he played like a freshman or sophomore.
Was it him or was it the whole team? Because
the whole team played back.
Just like you said, you were great on Twitter. You and Phil were awesome on Twitter. There's a quote that you said, Reigns' offense is in disarray.
And from that point on,
I
was sitting in the press box and I heard the coaches in there calling the plays. You had the X and Y receivers running the wrong route. They were lined up in the wrong formation. You had running backs running the wrong routes. HJ was making some questionable reads and stuff. I mean, you got 4th down and you're trying to make a play and you throw the ball 10 yards out of the end zone.
I saw that play.
I mean, on a punt, the ball goes over the punter's head. He has plenty of time to still make the punt because there's not a rush at that point. He freaks out. He starts scrambling like he's HJ, and then he ends up not even throwing the ball. He takes a sack. When the Reebok gets the ball at the 20-yard line, boom, Reebok scores again. I mean, game over.
Game over.
Reigns made a lot of mistakes. Reebok took advantage of it, and then when it came down to the end, Reebok ran the last 6 minutes off the clock and scored with a minute left. It was 21-12, a minute to go. They scored again, make it 28-12. But Reebok did what they had to do. They ran it down the throat, and Reigns wasn't there for that game.
So the question is, we'll ask one more question about this. Q, do you think Reebok was motivated because of the vandalism that happened at the Reebok Stadium? Do you think they were motivated with that?
They definitely could have been motivated. I saw that on the news, graffiti, not so nice words that were painted on their stadium the night before. Definitely could have motivated them. I'm sure any good coach would have used that as a motivational tool toward them. But I think that Reebok was just motivated just because of the game itself. You know, they were playing at Reigns, they were playing at the Graveyard. I think Reebok, they just bought it. And I think it's a precursor of what we're going to see in the playoffs with Reebok.
Well, so we're going to ask you, is this the Reebok that we're going to see going forward? And what Reigns team are we going to see going forward in the playoffs?
Yes, what we saw Saturday is exactly what Reebok's going to be. Potentially, Reebok could go in the third round of the playoffs.
Wow,
Yeah, they could go 3 deep, yes.
So that would be beating Ponte.
They could beat Bishop Kenny, and then they beat Yulee. Yeah, they beat They beat Ponte Vedra last year in the playoffs.
They did.
They've already beaten Yulee, so if Yulee upsets Ponte Vedra, they've already beaten them.
They're not beating Ponte Vedra.
They're not beating Ponte
We're going to ask you.
You know, they beat them last year. Why not?
Yeah, they did.
I think Yulee play this year is not happening.
Yes, what we saw Saturday is exactly
Well, we're saying Reebok.
potentially
If Reebok gets to the second round, he will probably match up against Ponte Vedra.
They would go to Ponte Vedra, and they went to Ponte Vedra last year in the first round.
Yeah.
And potentially Reebok could get to the third round. We'll see.
That Ponte Vedra Ponte Vedra and Reebok will be a great game. And you're right, they did beat Ponte Vedra in Ponte Vedra last year.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on. 6A.
6A. Guys, St. Aug's team going to Niceville. I think that's where I'm probably going to end up on Friday. Great matchup. Bad draw for St. Aug's team. Niceville is a solid program. They make the playoffs every year. I remember a couple years ago they played Oakley. Oakley went 3 rounds deep in the playoffs. Oakley lost 35-0 to Niceville. Niceville is for real. I have 1 loss the entire year, and Niceville might come in there and upset St. Aug's team. Well, actually, it probably wouldn't be an upset. Then we got Middleburg, which hasn't been in the playoffs since 2003. Congratulations, Broncos, you made the playoffs. Now enjoy your 6-hour trip to Crestview. And Crestview was undefeated last week. We lost to the bar. And now Crestview's coming in there all ticked off. They were undefeated. Now they're 9-1. And I'm also told that Crestview leads the state in passing. So Middleburg's kind of grinded out kind of team. Crestview kind of airs it out. So that could be a very interesting game. Middleburg's definitely going to have their hands full on that one. I also want to mention in 6A, one of the teams I've adopted kind of is Kansas. They're very pumped.
That's your team, man.
First time in the playoffs, and they get to go to Sebastian River. Sebastian River, very good program the last couple of years. So I'm curious to see how Matanzas does in their first ever playoff game.
Matanzas made your top 10.
Yes. They're 6-2, 7-2. Yeah. They're really good. In 7A, we've got Lee hosting Leon. We've got Columbia going to Lincoln. We've got Barsham Trail going to Ocoee. Yeah, I think we've got 3 teams left in 7A. Barsham Trail's going to struggle against Ocoee. Ocoee are defeated. Columbia and Lincoln have played each other many times. That could be a great matchup. I'm told he ran into one of the league coaches today over in Inglewood. He thinks Columbia might win that game. They want to play Columbia again. Not that they don't want to play Lincoln, but they think Columbia might win that game. Columbia's kind of found the identity on both sides. I kind of personally want to see a Lincoln Barsham match. I think Lee, I'm told Leon has some athletes, but Lee should probably walk the dog on them. So Lee's another team because they'll post the first and second round if they keep winning. They could make a serious long run. I'm not going to say they're going to play in Orlando, but they potentially could make a long run. And 8A, no Mandarin, so all we got left is Sandalwood. Sandalwood's going to Sanford Seminole. Seminoles 10-0. I think the Saints come in 6-2, 7-2.
One.
Have some athletes, but
One loss.
One loss?
Yeah. One loss.
So Sandalwood's going to have their hands full with that very athletic Seminoles team. If they were to pull the upset, then they would either have to go to Lake Brantley or Spruce Creek. And Coach Guy said, oh man, Lake Brantley. He gave up 600 yards of offense to them last year. We lost a shootout to them. It's hard to stop that triple action. So, first things first, can they get past Seminoles? It's going to be very difficult. And if they are going to get past the first round, somebody besides Logan Wright needs to step up. So, Sandalwood's going to have their hands full with that very athletic Seminoles. If they were to pull the upset,
8A, Sandalwood, 7-1. What you saying, Corey?
They're going to play Sanford Seminoles out of Orlando area. They're undefeated. They're 10-0, I believe. Going to be a very difficult game for the Saints. Seminoles very athletic. Been in the playoffs the last couple of years. I think went to the third or fourth round a couple years ago. Actually won a state championship just a couple years ago. Going to be an extremely difficult game for the Saints. I think for the Saints to win, somebody besides Logan White's going to have to step up. Maybe Kyle Smith. Hopefully we'll have a big game in that one.
Corey hates one-dimensional teams. He hates one-dimensional teams.
I want to set the record. I don't hate Sandalwood. I just hate one-dimensional.
He hates Sandalwood. He's an Orange Park guy. So let's go back to 7A. Really competitive. Do you think Columbia can upset Lincoln?
Yes, for the Saints to win, because they're very familiar with each other. They play each other almost every year, whether it's in the playoffs or regular season. They know what each other's going to do. Columbia hasn't really lost since the league game. In fact, I don't think they've lost at all. They did play Swanee last week. Swanee,
what's your first
okay. But Columbia's on a roll. I think Columbia might take Lincoln.
Okay, all right. Now we know Lincoln came in and beat Trinity.
Yes, Lincoln's a very good team. Yes.
So I'm picking Lincoln. Now Columbia normally beats them, but I'm picking Lincoln.
Whether it's in the playoffs or regular season. Chuck's on a roll.
Devin is. So we could potentially have a rematch between Lincoln and Lee in the second round, and that would be at Lee this year, right?
Right, and that's the game I definitely want to see because of what happened last year. They said it's motivated them all year. I talked to them last week after the game against Fletcher last week. They said, we've been pointing this game all year. It's, throughout the summer, all the workouts in January. That loss to Lincoln has been motivation for them to go farther in the playoffs this year. So that's what we want to see.
All right, cute man. He's a high school football almanac.
I never seen anyone who could sit here and name every team
without every people.
Nobody is looking at it. I'm sitting here like, wow, this man knows.
I'm sitting there going, there's a little hamster in my head going, don't forget this team, don't forget that team.
Every team in every district. But I wanted to say that I'm very glad that the Florida High School Association is doing something about these playoffs coming up next year.
The BCS coming up.
Yes, I'm happy about that because I think that some things are wrong. We got, and I said earlier, we got Rain, who is 6-1, 6-2, having to travel to go play a 3-6 team.
Right.
That's not right.
That's not right, is it?
Right.
Yeah.
We got a team like Mandarin, who at the time was 6-1, who's not even in the playoffs.
Right.
I mean,
Fletcher and Oakley.
Fletcher. Oakley, to me, and of course, we mentioned this in our top 10, is the best team I think that missed the playoffs. Courtesy of a very tough district, Buchholz. Did we mention where Buchholz is?
Buchholz playing at home against Haggerty out of Orlando. That should be, I'm told, a pretty decent matchup. Haggerty, I was told by one of the coaches tonight, so I look for Buchholz to take the business on that one too.
So do you think next year, Q, with the high school BCS system that it'll be more competitive, that they'll have better teams in there?
Yeah, I think it's going to be more competitive, and I think it's going to force teams to really play all the way down. It's going to force teams to add more teams to their schedule, tougher teams to add to their schedule. And I think you'll have the right teams in the playoffs, I believe, coming up. You won't have teams like Mandarin with a 6-1 record missing the playoffs. Isn't right.
So let's